Hey everybody, this is Steve Cooper, Food App Review Critic for TokeMag.com. And this week I have a new app for you. It's called Melon Meter, and it's from Let There Be Light Innovations, app developer. So this app is really cool in theory. Let me jump off to that. So basically what this app does is you take this app, you set it on top of a melon, you knock on the melon, and this little meter right here will start bouncing around and tell you whether or not the melon that you are about to consume is ready or not. And so this developer has been working on this app for 2 years, creating an algorithm that will measure the decay rate from the sound, which is from when you knock on it, from the time the sound begins to when the sound ends, and that's the decay rate. And they have put together the system that will let you know whether or not that decay rate is an indication of whether or not the app is ripe or not. So basically it's a very simple app in theory in terms of how you use it, but this is where part of the problem comes in, is unlike a recipe book or a lot of these other apps that focus on ingredients or anything special like that, where there's like big navigation items to go over or pictures and thumbnails and all that stuff. This doesn't have any of that stuff. It is really just a tool that you use. You stick it on a melon, you knock on the melon, it tells you whether it's ripe or not. That's the app. It does have a tutorial that's really nice. It's got a step-by-step instruction with little animated GIFs or something that explains how to use it. When you're ready to use this, you push this little red button, and it tells you to start knocking. And this is where I started getting into the problems with this app. I started knocking, and the instructions say knock until it tells you to stop, and it never told me to stop when I was knocking on the melon, although the meter was bouncing around. And when you push this button, even when nothing's going on, if there is noise in the background, you'll notice the meter jumping around. And that right there, I think, is the problem, because too much ambient noise could be an issue. And so if you're trying to test this at a grocery store or at a farmer's market where there are a lot of people bustling around, aside from getting the weird crooked looks or people asking you what it is you're doing with your phone, pounding on a melon with their phone on top of it, wondering what you're doing. It just seemed very inconsistent with the way the meter was swinging. And also, it never told me that the melon was ready. It would just swing toward ready, and then swing back, and then swing toward ready, but never letting me know that, okay, you can stop, or yes, this is a good melon, or it's a bad melon. So because of that, it could be a useful app. I want to say that it could be a useful app. I just didn't have the confidence in this that the watermelon that I'm about to grab is the watermelon that I am really looking forward to eating. And because of that, I can't give it a raving review. It's really cool in theory. It's very innovative. It might be the next best tool in your kitchen toolbox. But because the meter wasn't consistent, it bounced around whether or not I had the phone on top of the melon, or if I did not have it on top of the melon. It bounced around. It never told me if it was definitively ready. It's almost like a crutch, where you'll feel good if you knock on a melon and this thing's swinging towards the ready, but it's not going to give you that confidence, like, okay, this is the melon. And that's the problem with this app. So because of that, this is version 1.0, and there's indications that there will be a second version, or at least a version 1.1 or 1.2, because there are 3 melon sizes in the design of this app, but right now you can only use medium and large. So I have confidence that they are continuing to try to improve this app. And so based on the potential of this app and the innovation of this app, I'm actually going to give this a 3 out of 5. So check it out. Leave a comment on TokeMag.com. Let us know what you think about this app. And for all you app developers out there, remember, we have just announced the 2011 Toke Food App Awards. So if you haven't submitted your app yet, please do so. It's free to submit your first app. We will be judging in 19 different categories. And I would love to look at your app. I'd love to review it, and hopefully we can get you some prestige and help share your great food app with the rest of the food world. Okay, take care, and until next time, thanks.